like the video, thumb up the video.
Hey, Sonetta, I got a question for you. Won't you tell me why it is that the world of academia, intellectual circles, respected scientists, reputable theologians, and world-renowned thinkers and philosophers, innovators, leaders in their field, people that are actually in the labs, on the ground, in the classrooms, figuring out ways to beat diseases, advance medicine and technology, etc., why do they not have anything like the House of Consciousness?
I have become greatest of the great. I have come into being among the beings who clear the vision of his soul eye. I know why a greatest block is made for a what? A what? So we never disrespect me again.
Because God, when the flood took place, 40 days,
Black
40
power.
nights, he allowed so much as a pig. He put a spirit on the pig. He let the women eat their own babies. How come God didn't put a spirit on the Israelites to stop them from eating their own children?
Kemet on trial, title of that damn lecture. Destroyed the Hebrews with the power of our ancestors. Our clans better didn't talk or debate, huh, Daniela? Or Zion Lex, don't hate on Kemet, y'all fans betcha. And Sonetta, bringing knowledge to the masses. With the undisputed knowledge they don't teach in classes. Kemet, Black Power movement, do you understand? We on trial, Hebrews thought they had the upper hand. Polite killed them with that footage from the motherland. Hush y'all too much rah-rah. Nazi Elder Gabar, the young Yawan Sop. When is y'all gon' stop? We got tombs and mummies, y'all just got some rocks. Man, my squad illa plus the Magi and the God Killer. Shout out to Hatshepsut and the King Heru, the son of Amin-Ra, Asepata Asa. Now Valley's here, we came to bring it home. Kim is back to claim the throne.
Okay, so I need to tell people, please, wake up. They can't show me or show the bones of anybody in the Bible. They can't show me no Hebrew. If the Hebrews built the pyramids, where did pyramids?
Amin-Ra squad up, Magi archers in the building, please believe. Oh shit. Nah. If you ain't Sonetta, no time for that interview, dog. I put my shit out for niggas, I don't send it to blogs. Clan kill off the Buddha, not being discreet. One puff, this big pops and projectiles. Between the sheets. Sun run, cold game, bring your cleats. The best flow blow, Eskimo, penguin feet. Don't need no blunt to burn. You run the turf with 10 niggas on the block. That's a punt return. Ayo, Dolomite prototype soldier with the solar light. Saber and he hold it like he hold a mic. Golden ice pendants. Sipping on that overpriced poltergeist spirits. Ripping at the open mic. Quote the nice lyrics like Mama moved mean overnight. Golden motorbike holding on some Tron shit. That nice neon kit is on it. The king's libation with exotic liqueur. The queen's vibration like a Sada Shakur. A lot of the poor imported foreign threads they ain't got at the store. Nubian Kush and black top pottery jaws. 39% THC, the quality pure. Old rappers try to spit ain't hot as before. It's like I'm 5 flights above, bust the shots to the floor. Cats switch up their style when they ain't got it no more. Cause they gotta keep their product in stores to feed their kids. See what that weed did? The yes man agreeing on everything we said. I smother the mic like it's the love of my life. Don't get sliced and beat with the butt of the knife. Brother polite, I say I'm animalistic, cause I still be in the hood with my hand on my pistol. The Hebrews think I'm cannibalistic, E5 divination, channel the mystic, audio visionary. Let's play poetical Pictionary. Picture me burning down your missionary. Yeah, then I send you religion. That red dot on your head, that's Hindu tradition. And invisible, independent, intrinsic shit. I'll bring it all to an end with indivisible gains. Charles Xavier, getting your brain. Mental anguish or manifesting physical pain. Wizard remains to dance in the chemical rain. Breathe slow, then I'm up out of this physical plane. Got military machinery that exercise, weaponized greenery. Shine at a jeopardize the scenery, son. Bruh, the beam 10 times your distance. Inclines convention. Stop rising with no trend line resistance. The parabolic breakout. I'm F-16 with the aeronautic fake out.
God killer, the God killer, the God killer, the God killer. It's the God killer, the God killer.
That's who it is.
The God killer, the God killer. It's the God killer, the God killer, the God killer, the God killer. It's the God killer, the God killer, the God killer, the God killer. It's the God killer.
Black African Power. What's good? What's happening? A well organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's God killer in the house. And we come to do what we got to do. And we're going to do what we got to do. We standing tall. We standing strong. Hey, Bobby banging this bitch. What's good, family, man? Good morning, man. What it do, man? How y'all feeling, man? Y'all should be on y'all way to work, or some of y'all might have already touched down, man. Look, man, I appreciate all the support, man. And y'all know how it go, man. And, you know, man, moment of silence again, man, for the sister that lost her life, man. And big up to Morpheus, man, because I know how it is. And with losing babies, man, and losing family members, man, it can be wild, man. And we will never question that. We supposed to be outstanding in our approach and having some type of humility in situations where they're final. Yeah, man, look, man, we're going to keep it right there, man. And let's understand, man, that we moving on, man, moving forward as a community. We just want to try to get better, man. We don't want to use YouTube to tear the family structure down, man, because that's wild, right? We got our enemies in this thing, ours. We got our haters in this thing, ours, yo. But, man, we respect the lives that are lost. We certainly do. So, yeah, man, it's a good morning, man. I'm hoping y'all sit back, you know, doing your work, right, or running your business, man, and y'all enjoying the discourse, man. We're going to open it up early this morning, man. Want to hear what the people got to say. Anything on your mind, man, we can get it in. You know, as for me, man, I love science, man. And, you know, I appreciate Neil deGrasse, and I appreciate Lawrence Krauss. You know what I'm saying? Lawrence Krauss is a theoretical physicist. We don't even know what the hell that word means no more. We done butchered it up. Let me not say we. Let's say other people have butchered this shit up and took the shit way farther than they should have ever have. And it's wild. It's a breeding ground for the pseudo. Man, and I see it, man, we're very susceptible to beliefs, right? We're going to bring this out in this high-level conversation, man. So, man, look, we dropped that link, man. Y'all go ahead and get your tickets early, man. We starting early with this joint right here, right? Y'all know what it is, man. And I can't wait for this, right? I'm an African American, and those that hate to be an African American will hate on me. I'm a Black American, and those that hate to be Black will hate on me. I say Black African power, yo, to make sure that I have not forgotten where my ancestors came from, my most ancient ancestors. But I also celebrate the people that I met. I also celebrate the people in my ancestry that occurred on this continent. And y'all hate that because y'all have lost your way. How you gonna get back to Africa if you can't connect back to Africa? You can't just jump to Africa. Y'all trying to jump to Africa. Let me jump. Remember, man, there's no jumping in nature. Each step must be taken. Make sure I drop the thing. Drop that link, man. The moderators get that, man. Big up the brother Morpheus, man. He's in the building, man. I hope he's enjoying the morning bang, man. I hope his family is secure. Man, hug your babies, man. Before they go to school, hug them when they get out, man. What is the purpose of life? Human beings make their purpose. So make your purpose to foster strong, healthy family. Make your purpose to be the best that you can be every day and show empathy for those that don't have as much as you got. Make that your purpose to foster a strong environment in a community, man. Make that your purpose to be successful so that you can help other people. This is what science does. Science helps people. Some of y'all can't handle that. Y'all want science to help you. Science gonna help you and your family's family. Your kids. This is the hope of all science. It helps humanity. Some of y'all don't care about humanity. Some of y'all just care about yourself because you're selfish. I seek to see the change in the world based off what I can do. What can I do to see the change in the world? What is it that I could do? Shout out, man, to Ghana, the #1 hater. That's okay. Everything is everything. Mr. Metro, what's going on? Mr. Tate, what's going on? B Kid, what's going on with you? Did I say it right? B Kidduff. B Kidduff. What? Q. Hanefa. What's going on with you? Joel Armstrong. What it do, man? So this conversation is going to get wild. African spirituality versus science. We finally get a chance to tackle that. Shigant the Diop's True Cradle Theory, Myth of Reality. It's going down, man. September 15th, 7 p.m. Ticket price is $30, man. You either going to go one way or the other, yo. You either going to understand science or you not. Will African spirituality help take us to the space age? Is African spirituality fit to lead us? Should we change it? Should we add on? What should be done? These questions will be answered. What about science? Can you just be scientific and not practice African spirituality and be successful? We're going to find out. Welcome to the big leagues, ladies and gentlemen. Man, brother say cool versus brother me, the God Killer. I'm gonna be here, man. I don't know why they think they're gonna get out of this. I don't know why they keep promoting ideas from the 30s. It's 2023, man. And we fully armed. And we ready for the conversation. But drop this link early, man. Y'all can talk about the debate. Y'all can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about this morning, man. We just want to have a good time, man. We want to enjoy it. I do want to play a quick video, man, because we got a lot of time travelers out here. Man, we got a lot of time travelers. Y'all got to stop. That believing brain gonna get ya. Hey, you know how we doing the morning show. We supporting the morning show, man. Make sure y'all hit that Cash App often and early around here, man. This is what we do, man. It keep us motivated. It keep us moving like we supposed to. We've been doing this for a very, very long time, man. And ain't nothing like that damn support. Get you hyped up. So I'm going to drop that Cash App link, right? I dropped the link to the debate. Let's see if we can sell some tickets. All right. All right. And we're going to get the show started right. Man, I appreciate the army in the Discord. Big up to the army in the Discord. Big up to all the supporters in the Discord, man. Y'all get them one-on-one classes, man, in Discord, man. Got a special group in there, man. And that's what we do. All right, hold on. Let me get that. Drop these things, man. Let's get this thing cooking, man. Man, welcome to everybody, man. Welcome y'all in, man. Y'all could be anywhere but y'all here, man. Trying to let the crowd get up in the building, man. Yeah, man, we appreciate everybody. I think I want to start y'all off with a little Neil deGrasse and a little Lawrence Krauss, man. You know what I mean? To get y'all into it, man. One is a astrophysicist and one is a theoretical physicist. All right, these are top-notch, top-level scientists at what they do. All right. We get this thing cooking. Let me see what we got. First item up for bids. All right. Okay, so here's the first clip. All right. You got Neil and them, they on this panel, right? And they talking. Things that are possible. Let's see how they handle it. All right. Let's get it going first thing in the morning.
Do it all.
The trouble is, you won't do it all if you double the NASA budget.
So for me, there's two things. I want to know why the universe is accelerating. That's a big deal for me because I suspect it's the next relativity. It's the next classical physics. It's the next world-changing and maybe even source of energy. Then the other thing.
No, it'll never. Sorry. Let me make that clear.
You're not sorry about anything.
It won't be.
Except being here. No, anyway, no, it won't be. It can't be a source of energy. Please don't say that. You're going to encourage lots of crackpots. It is not a source of energy. It's the energy of empty space. If the energy of empty space is getting lower by working, then it wouldn't have energy. It's not a source of energy. Please don't tell people.
We will never break the sound barrier.
Yeah, exactly.
We will never.
No, the energy of empty space is.
Actually, I agree with Lawrence.
Well, no, my claim is that by looking for this thing, you will make discoveries. That's my claim. Then the other thing that I like.
So Lawrence Krauss jumps right out, right off the top. He heard enough at that point. He heard enough. No, it's not that. Jumps right to the point. Don't play with them. Don't encourage crackpots. See, this is my stance. I'm not going to encourage crackpots, and they run wild with it, and they make videos, and they hot, and don't know what the hell they talking about on a regular basis. Y'all got to have tougher skin than this. We don't have to listen to everything. I like to always give the example, man. If you're a professional at your job and we're having a conversation and we're talking in front of a group of people and I start out wild and wrong, you can stop me and say, that's actually not what it is. Don't encourage that. I think it's important for so long, specifically in this community, over the last 15 years, man, people who have not been qualified to speak on subjects. Now, what do I mean about qualified? You could be a doctor. You could have degrees. You don't have to be degreed. You just have to know what the hell you're talking about, right? It's this running theme in this community that go ahead and overthrow this and overthrow that. But what are you going to overthrow it with is the problem with the crackpot pseudoisms. This is what they do. They try to overthrow established wisdom and knowledge that has been fostering for the last 350,000 years with no ability to do it for real. They just sound good to y'all. Why? Because you don't understand what the hell is going on. And they take advantage of us because we have been marginalized. They take advantage of us because we have businesses and we work. And we're not spending time on physics and theoretical physics and can we time travel and can we do this. They take advantage of you with big words. They misdefine words and they make that shit up. And they sound good. We've seen some of the best do it. Polite. Seen how he rock out there like that. Stinky Inky, we seen them. They all do it. Ali, Baba, Muhammad, the doctor, the doctor, the geneticist, the all the above, these, this and that and that and this. Bananas, ladies and gentlemen. This has been my point. Don't encourage crackpots. They're all over the place because all of us want to believe. I'm not messing this up. I'm not tripping. Not at all. It can't be a source of energy. Please don't say that. And that's my man right there, Bill Nye, the science guy. And you got a theoretical physicist. Remember this whole thing around theoretical this and theoretical that? Yeah, man. They playing with y'all, man. Tell them to stop playing, man.
Sorry. Let me make that clear.
You're not sorry about anything.
It won't be.
Except being here. No, anyway, no, it won't be. It can't be a source of energy. Please don't say that you're going to encourage lots of crackpots. It is not a source of energy. It's the energy of empty space. If the energy of empty space could get any lower by working, then it wouldn't have energy. It's not a source of energy. Please don't tell people.
We will never break the sound barrier.
Yeah, exactly.
We will never.
No, the energy of empty space is...
Actually, I agree with Lawrence.
Well, no, my claim is that by looking for this thing, you will make discoveries. That's my claim.
Yeah, they all in there on that playing, yo. Lawrence is dead serious. Come on, man. You playing, man. Come on, yo. Stop having too much fun. Yeah, like, that's definitely my favorite theoretical physicist, Lawrence Krauss. And my favorite physicist is Neil deGrasse. All day, every day. Y'all not getting past them, too. I got all their books. Y'all definitely not getting past them too. And no, they're not the only two physicists and theoretical physicists, but they put the shit in clean and clear a sentence structure where you can actually understand it. Neil's a little more funny. Lawrence Krauss is a little more abrasive on purpose. Yeah, he don't got time. It is what it is, right? And it got a lot of haters. but he can stand on his. And so, no, I'm not saying that y'all got to have degrees and all that. What I'm saying is y'all got to get real material. If you're going to stand in front of people, give them the real material. Don't give them your guesswork. Don't give them your ad on this. Don't do it. We deserve more than that. At least the spaces that I have put my life right out there for, right? Man, let's be real and accurate in what we're doing. I'm not supporting the crackpots. I refuse to support the pseudos. 8 to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy. At the end of the day, there is no friends in this thing that we call information, bro. You either got it right or you don't. It's just that simple. I don't got no picks. And I suppose I'll be judged the same way. I ain't got no problem with it. If you can't handle heat, get the hell out the kitchen. This is what we saying. And we standing all the way up on that. It's a great goddamn morning. I swear it is. And we started off right. You know we are. We want to talk about time travel for a minute. It's real quick, right? We drop that link for y'all. Let y'all dive in, man. What about time travel? Got a lot of this going on. Got a lot of that going on. I remember they tried to send us particles to speed of sound. They thought they did it, but they didn't. They didn't do it. That collider, that particle collider. Remember that? Oh, yeah, we did. Nah, they actually didn't send nothing. Speed of light. It's not going down. Hope, dream, and imagine. We want that. Imagination is important. We want that. But reality is even better. Be in reality, man. Being in reality, man, to keep you in my yacht. You know what I'm saying? It'll keep you in balance. It'll keep you in order. When you run your life outside of reality, you trick yourself. You actually do. You actually trick yourself. You trick yourself and you believe that you're actually something that you're not. Man, let's see. One second. All right. I'll get this thing right. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Okay, so let's get this next clip in here, man. Getting it in. Okay, so we want to deal with the time travel thing real fast. We'll get right to it. All right. Hey, man, plus, man. Real quick, man. Y'all going to join me today, man. We're going to have, Aaron Raw on, man. 6 o'clock. All right. It's going down. He wrote this book, man. We are all apes, man. All right. We're going to talk about Charles Darwin. Let somebody else do it. Talk about Charles Darwin, man. Y'all act like y'all got some sense. All right. Look up Aaron Raw on YouTube. All right. Act like y'all got some sense. Act like y'all can handle information and welcome him in. All right. We will ask him the questions that we're all fighting over and see what he has to say. That's what we're doing. And it is going to be what it's going to be. All right. It's going to be fun. We always having fun, man. You know, I appreciate Aaron Raw coming through, man. He didn't have to do it, man. All right. But he is. All right. And y'all know what it is, man. We doing that big. All right. Now, let's play the clip. We share the screen, share the sound, man, and we in the building, man. Shout out to all my haters. Man, shout out to all my friends, man. Joe Technician, that's right. You know what it is, man. Uh-huh. It's going down. Oh, man. All right, here we go. All right. Hold on, we're gonna run it again, and then we're gonna open the clip up so we can go through with it. Y'all gotta listen real closely to what he's saying. Anybody diving out the window and starting to argue about what's possible, what it is, they're not taking into account everything, because anything is goddamn possible, yo. It is possible that your baby will become an NFL player or NBA basketball player. But how likely is it? What's the probabilities? Remember, science isn't looking for the truth. It's looking for probabilities. Never forget that. There's a way to say this, and there's a irresponsible way to say this, and awaken the quacks. This is what I'm saying. They'll make a whole lecture out of this shit. They'll wrap you into a wormhole. They won't define what a theoretical is. They won't talk about none of what this man is talking about, right? And they have lectures and start getting people money based off of this. This is what the quacks do. They delve in the possibilities, the missing gaps. They become the god of the gap. They fill in information. They do all these things without any expertise, and it's wild and irresponsible. We've seen it all the time. Phil Val, all your great pseudos, this is what they did. They looked at science, right, and they made their own thing up. They looked at sci-fi movies, and they made their own thing up. This is what they did. And this is what I'm fighting against. I'm not fighting against having conversation over theoretical ideas. That's fun to me. But let me know that's what the hell you're doing. Because we can all get creative around here. Okay. So the laws of physics does not forbid time travel. What is he saying? How y'all take that statement? Meaning, yeah, don't forbid it. But does that mean you're supposed to run out here and do lectures on it? And talk about how we go back into the past and grab our ancient traditions and bring them forward and defeat our enemy or whatever you perceive to be your enemy? Does it mean that?
That in order to the system, general relativity allows for the possibility of time travel, but in order to do that, you have to create configurations of mass and energy that are strange beyond belief. And many physicists think there are probably laws of physics, of quantum mechanics, that say that you can't really create those conditions. So while time travel is theoretically not impossible, the kind of configurations you'd need to create a time machine are so extreme and weird that it's quite likely that they're not achievable.
Can you sort of theorize what that would entail, or no? Is that so?
Well, I mean, again, I read the physics of Star Trek. I give an example of a wormhole. A wormhole, if it existed, which is a shortcut through space, would give if you could have a stable wormhole, you could build a time machine.
Have we ever discovered a wormhole? Is that even?
No, we don't know if they exist. In fact, again, stable wormholes don't exist unless you have exotic forms of energy that are totally different than anything we've ever seen or heard. But if you could create a wormhole of the type that Jodie Foster went through in Contact, then she could literally do she could come out the wormhole and come back, and she could literally do than anything we've ever seen or heard. But if you could create a wormhole,
exotic forms of energy. What does that mean? Stuff we ain't even figured out yet. We all over our damn ski. They got exotic forms of energy that they think that they understand they will need, that they don't even know where the hell it's at or what it actually is. So think about that. Ponder that.
Theorize what that would entail, or no? Is that so?
Well, I mean, again, I read the physics of Star Trek. I give an example of a wormhole. A wormhole, if it existed, which is a shortcut through space, would give if you could have a stable wormhole, you could build a time machine.
Have we ever discovered
a stable wormhole? Based off the math, they unstable. So now you got to figure out a way to stabilize it. You're just putting in the points.
a wormhole? Is that even?
No, we don't know if they exist. In fact, again, stable wormholes don't exist unless you have exotic forms of energy that are totally different than anything we've ever seen or heard. But
wormholes don't exist. Stable wormholes don't exist, not unless you got exotic forms of energy.
But if you could create a wormhole of the type that Jodie Foster went through in Contact, then she could literally do she could come out the wormhole and come back and be younger than she was when she left.
Now, in the movie with McConaughey.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey. Yeah.
What's that movie called?
Contact.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking of the one where he goes into a wormhole.
Oh, Interstellar.
Interstellar. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the worst movies ever made.
Yeah. Coming from a theoretical physicist, I should take your word for that. So that's completely nonsense. That couldn't even. They didn't know.
Well, some things are nonsense. My friend Kip Thorne, who later won the Nobel Prize, helped design the images of the black hole around the star, because that's kind of a fun thing to do. But most of the movie is just complete scientific nonsense.
Right.
So we taking movies that is complete scientific nonsense and we run with it and we teach the community that, and then get mad because people like the pseudo killers, we stay the course to science. Shout out to Kent, man. Kent put this in our inbox, man. And I'm saying, that's irresponsible of people doing it like that. Now, if we want to have a conversation about creativity and what we perceive, sci-fi movies, then that's fun for me. But when we talk in science and we talk in theoretical science, people, we got to get it right, because the damn pseudo will use this against us. This is my point. The pseudos use theoretical ideas and make them as if they have already occurred in ancient societies. The platform of pseudoisms is based off of sci-fi movies. The platform of pseudoisms is based off of people, right, looking at a movie and saying, yes, see, look, they're showing us before it happened. They do all of that, man. My fight is always against misinformation and transmitting real information so you can get it. My fight ain't with how and what you believe. You can believe anything. So yeah, Interstellar movie is trash. Scientifically challenged trash. Man.
Right. So a black hole is not the same thing as a wormhole.
Oh, absolutely not. Well, hold on.
Okay.
We don't know what happens at the center of a black hole. We don't know what happens at the singularity. Maybe it's a tunnel to another universe or another region of the universe. The only problem is you wouldn't survive the journey. So
yeah,
you'd be stretched into spaghetti and torn apart when you got close to the singularity by the tidal forces of gravity.
Now, I always thought about this because the black hole, it stretches you out, right? What if you were to get put back into the shape that you were in before you went into the black hole, would you theoretically be back to life again? Or is
I mean, you're asking me if I took apart your body into the individual atoms and I put them all together back in the same way, would you be you? And the answer is maybe, and that's that's the transporter.
There you go.
Star Trek. And it'd be great to do the experiment. The problem is the laws of quantum mechanics say that I can't really do that because I can never know where every atom is in your body and what it's doing at precisely the same time because of the laws of the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, and therefore I can make the
Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Look it up. The Heisenberg uncertainty principle.
An approximation of you, but I'm not sure it would have the same memories or thoughts.
Yeah, because you hear about people talking about
mess around, put you back together, and your eye be on your butt. The iris be on your forehead, on your kneecap. Your toenail be your eye. Man, y'all be funny with that, man. Y'all having fun. It's morning time, man. We enjoying ourselves, man.
Elon Musk says this, like, it might be possible one day to download your consciousness into a computer. It's like, okay, let's say I did that. Let's say this is all true, right? And I download my consciousness into a computer, but I still go on living. My physical body, I'm still alive. I go on living and I die. And I have no idea what my simulation version of me in the computer is doing. So is that even really pointless? Is there even a point to that?
Well,
or am I just giving life to another?
But your simulation feels like you. So I guess you can kind of feel like people constantly want remnants of themselves to persist past their death. And that's one way, I suppose. Another way is writing books, I guess. But so I think that I don't know what people's motivations would be, but the idea is interesting because you can imagine lots of it's all science fiction, right? If I could download your consciousness, then if you got sick and maybe you could, in some problem, they could do
science fiction, man. Gnostic informant, man. Go ahead and support that channel right there, though, man. Real interesting information, man. Yeah, anything is possible, man. And so don't think, man, that we being extraordinarily hard, man, or being wild out. We actually not, man. We right where the hell we supposed to be at, right? You either get with the program or get programmed the hell out. It's simple as that. It ain't no cut calls on that, man. There's a lot of spaces, man, for you to believe and run around, and that's cool. That's not our thing. And we always up for a good argument because we got the answers, we got the physicists, we got the books, we got the work, we got the stuff that y'all don't read, right? Because you claim a white person wrote it, or a green person wrote it, or a Chinese person wrote it. Y'all only gonna read books that black people wrote, so y'all in trouble off the top. Y'all would never engage in a conversation. Richard Dawkins, books furnish a life. Reading and writing science. Yeah, y'all would never read this. Y'all don't know what's in this, man. Y'all don't stand a chance, man. This, man. Y'all not gonna really do it, man. Y'all not gonna read this. All the Black Egypt thing, y'all think is a slur when somebody say the Egyptians ain't black. No, it's not actually a slur. You find it in the literature. You're not gonna find this. Look, this is Christopher Eric's work, man. You download the document, and type in the word black. You're not gonna find it. Why not? Is this man racist against people on the continent of Africa? What is he doing? No, he's not subscribing to what his ancestors put forth, right? The Mongoloid, the Caucasoid, the Negroid, the Oceania, right? That was racism at an all-time high. 12 million Africans got enslaved under the Negro, being Negro. They enslaved them. 12 million, ladies and gentlemen. You want to take us back to that point? That's wild to me. And I ask the question every time, right? Where is it in the literature? That's not there, but people beat their chests and they make, and see, we susceptible. We're very susceptible to bad and disinformation, man. Right? And then, when we trying to confirmation bias. Yeah, confirmation bias. That gets you, man. I've done that. I've been that guy where you research stuff that you only believe in, you keep it going. No, man, that's confirmation bias, man. Y'all running around, man, pushing subjective truths, man. And, you know, I seek to know the objective truth, right? And it's that time of the show where we talk about subjective and objective. Yeah, it's that moment. We're going to keep doing it. All right. So let's see. Subjective is a term that refers to someone's personal opinion or feelings regarding a particular subject matter. And that's okay, man. You just got to let us know that's what you're doing. Don't mix it in. And when you get caught, you jump out of it, then you jump back in it. They did do it. They didn't do it. They did do it. They didn't do it. The Big Bang that didn't happen. They did know. They didn't know. They did do it. The star, they did say it. They didn't say it. They did say it. They didn't say it. Come on, man. Time travel, can't time travel. You can't time travel. They can do it. They can't do it. They can't do it. They can't do it. They can't do it. It's confusing to me. It's a fun conversation, but it's a confusing me. So subjective is a term that refers to someone's personal opinions or feelings regarding a particular subject matter. Subjective views or opinions are not based on truth or fact. They are one's personal, unique interpretation of an idea and their own thoughts, feelings, and background. There you go. That's what we getting on these YouTube channels, man. Well, I looked on the Facebook page and I seen it, I did it, I seen it, I did it, I looked up and I seen it, I did it. I looked on there and I knew what you was doing because you was doing, you wasn't doing what you was doing. What's going on, Kyle? What's up? What it do? Talk to me. Bobby banging this bitch. What's up, Kyle?
What's happening, Unc? How you doing, bro?
I'm here at the highest levels, having fun.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I'm having fun too, bro. Living life, man.
Something must have struck you. What struck
Yeah, man. You know, I get touched when we deal with this type of topic, man, because I think it's hey, touched by an angel, man.
Damn it.
Or angel, UFO, alien, whatever we want to call it, man. But I think my issue is
issue with Lawrence Krauss.
No, not with Lawrence Krauss. I don't have an issue with anything he said. Like I literally agree with what he said. Like if you go back to conversations and kind of just think back what I was saying, like I agree with those things. And what I'm saying is when we deal with theoretical physics, and what it can produce, like those things are based off of known theories and hypotheses that's been accepted by academia. And so with theoretical physics, what they actually produce is possibilities based on equations, and I agree with what the guy said. Like right now, we do not have the ability to create the environment for a wormhole or a black hole based on our current level of science. But I'm saying that the math shows that it's theoretically possible based on the laws that we have right now that we're dealing with in the mathematical equation. This is why I always go back to I switch always from what we can do right now to the theoretical physics and the simulations. Like before we had the RNA vaccines, they produced those things in a simulated environment to see what the possibilities were, what the results of those things were, and then later we came up with the means or the mechanism to make those things that were theoretical possible. So when we I'm just afraid that we're gonna shy people away of going into those fields because we're labeling them pseudo, when in reality they're not necessarily pseudo. They just not have been manifested at the current moment. It doesn't mean they're pseudo because 30 years ago, being on the telephone, FaceTime with somebody, if I had that idea, y'all would say I was crazy, but it was theoretically possible, but we didn't have the actual means for production to do that. It doesn't mean that it's a crazy idea. It simply means that right now we don't have the technology to make that thing happen with the means of production to do it. Because if you could do things like create a warp drive or harness the power of a wormhole, things that has been done on a theoretical level and things that's been done via simulation, the only piece that we're missing is the actual mechanism in our current reality to make those things happen. So I can't say to shy people away from that because that's a booming field of science.
All right, let me say this. We're not shying. I'll speak for myself personally. I'm not shying. I'm shying away the quacks. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I get you
away
on
the
that.
quacks. The quack to take that shit and run with it. So I just feel like it's not responsible. Like, man, this man, he corrected Bill Nye the Science. He'd be like, whoa, don't say that. Right? Like, because so he's a theoretical physicist, Lawrence Krauss. And he wasn't saying that based off of the math, right? Based off, because he explained it exquisitely in that clip. He said based off the math, yeah, it's not it's not going against our physics. He said that. He said, but there's things like exotic energy that we would have to, that we don't even know about yet, that we would have to get it together to be able to stabilize the black hole. I mean, the wormholes, right? That we don't even know to exist, right? Yeah, and he put it in this proper context. And Cal, man, this community, man, they don't put shit in its proper context, or they run with it. And,
I agree with
our
you.
conversation, I felt like, sometimes we got a rough environment. It is what it is, bro. And I felt like the conversation itself had gotten off the rails a little bit, meaning that it wasn't clear on what we're saying here. So I don't want it. So no, I'm not stopping imagination and all that. I'm not doing that. And I don't think that's going to stop a person. The possibilities are endless. I'm just saying there are rules and regulations that theoretical physicists adhere to. And I think Lawrence Krauss, being one of the top theoretical physicists, we got to listen to him. That's all I was saying, Kyle.
Yeah, no, I get it. And like one of the things that kind of like, for instance,
Hey, hold on one second. Hey, what's up, Anthony? How you doing, brother?
Yo, peace to y'all. Peace, Kyle. Peace
Hey,
to
that's a
everybody in the
beautiful
chat.
picture right
What's
there. I
going on?
wanted to tell you, man. Big up to you and your brother. Was y'all getting married or something? What was that?
No, that's my daughter.
That's your daughter?
I gave my daughter away on Saturday. So that's what that is.
She got married, right?
Yeah. She got
Congratulations
married.
to your daughter, man. All right.
Congrats.
Appreciate it.
Right
Appreciate
there.
it.
Well, I didn't know you get that sharp, man. And I don't know where
Oh,
she got
yeah.
the damn looks from. I don't know where.
Man, you see it right there, dog. Quit hating on your boy, man. Don't hate on me like that, dog. Hey, why are you messing up my reality, dog? Don't do that.
But hey, Kyle, we move fast around. Let Anthony jump in real quick. What you want to add to it, Anthony?
Yeah, I just want to say, man, when it comes down to this and being theoretical, we have to be careful because we're not the scientists. And when, like Lawrence Krauss, he's a theoretical physicist, but he's using information, that's been passed down and tested and tried and true. We as the commoners or whatever, we're not doing that. So we have to rely on what they're doing in the labs. And I'm okay with that. I can do so much for myself, but I'm okay with what they come out with because it's a lot of things that, I kind of understand. I mean, yeah, general relativity says the mathematics is therefore a wormhole. But when you look at special relativity, E equals mc squared, say no. You know what I'm saying? Because in order for you to get close to the speed of light, you have to be able to deal with energy equals mass. So that's what he was talking about. You're not going to be able to physically do it. And the laws of physics are the same everywhere, which special relativity tells us. So we have to be careful. I think a lot of times we try to be too deep. You got people running around here talking about reality ain't real. Shots fired. Reality ain't real. Well, if you take a person with no senses at all and you put them in the middle of the freeway and they get hit by a car, what's going to be the reality, huh? Shit, even if they can't sense it, they still gonna get killed, dead, done. That's reality. So we have to be careful, dog. It breaks my heart for people to just try to kill my culture, man. Science is my culture. And when you get to messing it up and trying to be too damn deep, you don't have to be that deep. Just stick with the science. And that's all I want to say, dog.
Go ahead, Cal. You want to add something to that?
Yeah, I do. So if you're looking at the law of special relativity, it's dealing with the space-time continuum. Is dealing with the addition to time to that paradigm, and that time is based on speed. That's the relativity. That's the thing that is the foundation of their relativity. So we all know through the system of time dilation, if an object is moving, it actually not counts, but it matriculates through time at a slower rate than an object that's stationary. This is why we have the sciences that develop the GPS technology today that's using satellites and stuff like that. Like these are things that when I say them, they have actual real effects in how we understand reality today and the tools that we use for our technology. And so for people to say that that's all theoretical, it's not theoretical if we're actually applying these sciences in our everyday life. You know what I'm saying? Like we all know through time dilation, if you have two clocks ticking at the same rate and you move one of those clocks around the earth, it's gonna give you a slower time process. This is when you go through space. If you're going faster through space, you're gonna tick your clock, I guess you would say, at a slower rate. That means that you're gonna grow. I mean, you're gonna age slower than an individual or a person that's still stationary in this particular plane at this particular place in time. And so, like, we got to understand what those things mean. And when people says, we kind of got to throw those things away, I think that that's a fallacious argument because it's non-scientific and nonsensical.
Yeah, you can't throw special relativity away, and you can't throw general relativity away. You can't throw them away. Those are proven facts. I mean, special relativity will tell you if you in a car, and we've all done this. We've been in a car driving and we drop something. It goes straight down. It don't fly back into us. That's special relativity. You know what I'm saying? On a basic level, that's what that is. So you can't get away with it. But what we cannot continue to do is only use parts of the theories and discard other parts to try to make our point so we can be quote unquote enlightened or whatever. I mean, the information is right there. You don't have to tweak it for your perspective. You don't have to do that because it's the same. Special relativity is the same for every person, no matter which point of view you're looking at. It doesn't change at all. So
that's why I gotta disagree with you, because when you're dealing with special relativity, it's based on the speed of that individual. So if you're traveling away from an object or you're stationary, your time is based on your movement through the space. And
yes, so it is.
So
you're absolutely right.
This is why we got to implement things like the wild slice into this equation, because if you're moving away from an object, it appears to be at for instance, like right now we're using the James Webb telescope and it's peering back into time. And so like we got to understand what those things actually mean in reality. And so like that's the crux of these conversations that we're having, because I think a lot of us, I'm not saying you or anybody on this panel, doesn't necessarily know what these terms and these outlooks mean for their reality, and that's the conversation that I want to have, because there's a lot of things that we're missing in our community because we don't have that foundational knowledge. And I don't agree with anybody jumping out the window and making a claim or something that's not based on the precursors to that particular claim or to that particular I guess you say argument or hypothesis in the theoretical science community or theoretical physics community.
I mean, well, you kind of lost me a little bit there, but here's what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Postulate number one. No, you good. You good. Postulate number one of special relativity states that the laws of physics are the same no matter the inertial reference frame. The laws of physics ain't gonna change. So if we go, let's take for instance a quarter of a mile track. Everybody has, well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but most people have seen a race. You take that track that's a quarter of a mile long. You get one car to get up to 50 miles per hour. That's once he gets that constant speed, that's an inertial reference frame. You take the second car, You get him up to 80 miles per hour in the same quarter of a mile. Once he hits that 80 mile per hour, hit that constant speed, that is another inertial reference frame. Then you take that person sitting in the stands that's watching this race. That is another inertial reference frame. So you have 3 inertial reference frames. The laws of physics are not going to change in either one of those reference frames. Now, the person that's going 80 miles per hour, he's going to cover that distance a little bit quicker. So he experienced that quarter of a mile in a shorter time than the guy doing the 50 miles per hour. But the inertial reference frame and the physics never change. So we don't have to get too deep in it. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. It's still a quarter of a mile. You had 3 people to cover that quarter of a mile in different times at different speeds. That's special relativity. It's not about, you know, being able to, well, that's just what it is. That same distance was covered in 3 different times because the person in the stands, he didn't even go. So he's zero, he's not even covering it, but he's watching it. So that quarter of a mile never changed. But the time it took car A and car B was different. But the laws of physics still stand in either vehicle because that's what special relativity says. So, I mean, you just got to deal with that. That's just what it is. It doesn't change. The laws of physics does not change in either situation.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, but then we also got to do things like understand, like, well, not understand.
We
but
all
like,
disagree at.
I disagree because the
that?
application of what he's saying, because he's using it at a minute level. Like we can look at things like the twin paradox, where if a twin was stationed there and another twin got sent to space, and when he returned from that distance that he traveled, he would be younger, because time ticks slower for him because he's in motion, because he's using the 3+1 model, plus with according to time dilation.
Well, I mean, the thing about it is special relativity was for the very, very fast. Yes, it's for the very fast. But at the same time, you have E equals MC squared that comes from special relativity that tells you that there's not enough energy in the universe to get you or no spaceship close to the speed of light. So why are we even going there? That's my point. To me, that's a waste of time. I mean, you think you're being deep, and I'm not talking about you, but you have folks trying to be so deep with the shit, and it ain't that deep. It's not that deep. E equals MC squared tells you that you need infinite energy to get any massive object close to the speed of light. And we can't do that, period. Because there's no way to harness all the energy in the universe. So what's the point? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and I get what you're saying, and I agree with you. As of right now, based on our current level of technology, we don't. I'm not disagreeing with you whatsoever. I'm just talking about the theoretical physics and the math behind it that says that it is possible. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I mean, it's possible for me to hit the lottery, dog. Is it likely? Who knows? So, I mean, anything is possible, man, you know. But I don't think just keeping the science simple the way it is, I don't think that's going to deter anyone from pursuing science. You know, it's beautiful as it is, man. We don't have to put more makeup on it, you know. And like I said, I'm not speaking directly to you. I know we having this conversation, but I'm not speaking directly to you, Kaya. I know you're a good brother. Shit, you one of the brothers I do listen to, especially when it come down to the religion and stuff. But I don't think we have to be so deep with it. You know, I mean, you had guys that came to Einstein years after he did the general relativity, talking about wormholes and all that kind of stuff. And when him and Rosenberg got into it, they weren't speaking on matter. They were speaking about particles. You know what I'm saying? So I just think we try to be a little too deep with the shit, and it ain't. You don't have to be. You know.
Yeah, but this is my contention though. Like, so like this is how in my particular field, what I do, this is the point of me being in my position for my company, is to challenge and to come up with new ideas. So this is the reason why I have the stance that I have, because I deal with engineering, and the purpose of engineering is to create the mechanism of which these ideas can be manifested. You see what I'm saying? And so like for me to have that, right, my particular stance is that we shouldn't tell people we have to stick with what's already been known and the narrative that's been pushed out there. We can use the current science as it's been accepted by the scientific community and build on top of that and give new ideas to embolden ourselves to grow the scientific narrative as a whole. And when I say things like, okay, let's deal with time dilation of the wild slice and how that applies to real life, we see it, you know what I'm saying? We see that in the science and technology that's being currently developed and that we currently use. And so when people have different ideas based on those scientific theories and principles that have already been established, allow them to, you know, produce the shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying that we can time travel today, by no means. But is there a theoretical equation that say that we could theoretically? Absolutely.
Well, let me say this real, Kyle. But if it's theoretical, we're not actually using it because it's theoretical. And I don't think we should get that mixed up. I think we should be solid right there. It's theoretical. We're not using theory. If you're using theoretical ideas, Kyle, then it's no longer theoretical.
Theoretical physics, to be exact. Like theoretical.
Right. You get my point, though? Am I wrong in that? Anthony, somebody, am I wrong? Shout out to Cedric. You should hit that damn link, Cedric. Don't be in the chat. Go ahead.
That's why I mentioned things like the network time clock they use in network engineering. Like this is it's based off a theoretical idea, and the application is the reason why we have sync time on our devices.
So it's no longer theoretical then.
That's my whole point. it was theoretical. We found out how to harness that education and information, and we put it into application. So I'm saying, don't stop people from building on theoretical ideas.
So you think that niggas on YouTube is stopping theoretical physicists and physicists from stop it, bro. I ain't gonna let you get that one off. Hell no.
No, I'm not saying that it's being stopped. I'm saying that you could potentially stop someone from going in that direction.
Bullshit. I'm gonna give you something.
Man, it's engineers, it's chemists out there in the chat. It's all kind of people that have.
Oh, they fake then. They gonna let a YouTube nigga tell them, hey, you can't do it. And then, oh, I'm not gonna do it.
That's why I'm arguing. I'm like, hey, man, you can't tell me that we can't do this shit. Y'all not gonna tell me what I can't do. I'm gonna do some shit.
You're not even listening to us, nigga. You ain't listening to us. Stop.
Okay, good point.
Hey, let me ask you this, Kyle.
Funny, but that was a good one, Kyle. I like that one though. Boy, you almost.
Let me ask you this here. Okay, when you're, you know, on your job, you know, like you just explained, and they want you to. Basically, what you're saying is they want you to think outside the box, right? Is that what you're basically saying?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Okay. When thinking outside the box, you still have some parameters you can't go past, right? Or do they just tell you just go run wild with it? Just come up with some and then we're going to try it. You have parameters, right?
Absolutely. The parameters are the established science. Yep, that's it.
Okay. So that's all I'm saying. This is established. The special relativity is established. General relativity, they are established. We know they work in other places within the universe. We can do our calculations and our measurements. We know they work. Like the speed of light is the speed of light. There ain't nothing in this universe going faster than the speed of light. A few things might get close. Gravity waves are, you know, considered to be the same as the speed of light. But for the most part, there's no physical matter in this universe that can approach the speed of light. That's a parameter. You can't get around it. It's not different anywhere else in the universe. It's the same. But the universe is vast. It's very, very big, bigger than we can comprehend. So when Unc say James Webb is a time machine, he's not saying that you can get into it and go back in time. No, it's a time machine because it's capturing light that has left its object a very long time ago. So when I take a picture, when I go out with my telescope and my camera and I take a picture, matter of fact, I took a picture of the supernova not too long ago that happens in Messier 101, the Pinwheel Galaxy. That happened over 25 million years ago. It just took the light that long to travel to get to my telescope. But it happened 25 million years ago. So you're looking in the past, but it took that light moving at 186,000 miles per second. It took it 25 million years to get to me. So we know there's nothing else in the universe can move that fast. Looking at that picture of that galaxy, like I said, it's 25 million years ago. But today, from our inertial reference frame here on Earth, that galaxy probably don't even look like it do in that picture in the present moment from our inertial reference frame. But 25 million years ago, I know this is what it looked like because it took that light. It's 25 million light years away, so it took that light to get. But it takes special relativity to understand it. When that light left that galaxy, it was moving at 186,000 miles per second. When it made it to my telescope 25 million years later, it was moving at the same speed. But it took that long. So that's the vastness of space and the speed of light. That's the distance and the speed. That's special relativity. You can't get around it. So there's the laws of physics are the same everywhere. That's how we know. It's the same everywhere. So those are parameters. You know what I'm saying? And when you're dealing with the real theoretical physicists, they use those parameters. You know what I'm saying? Lawrence Krauss just said it. I mean, yeah, general relativity, the math shows that wormholes are possible. But E equals MC squared tell you that it ain't going to be because you're not going to have enough energy. That's why they keep saying some exotic form of energy, which don't exist. That means it ain't there. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what it is. So we have to adhere to them parameters.
I think so. Hey, man, hit that cash app, man. You know how we do on the morning show. We support around here, man. We don't play. I appreciate that, man. Y'all ain't hit it yet. Man, that's theoretically speaking, hit the damn cash app and bring it into being.
You don't want it theoretical.
Yeah,
you don't want it theoretical. You might not never get that cash out.
We don't want that one, boy. That one never come. I'm waiting on
that. Might not never come, bro.
That'll never come. We don't want. What's wrong with you, Kent? What's up, Kent? What's on your mind?
What's going on? What's going on, man?
I
Appreciate
played a couple
everybody.
of clips you put in the thing, and you've been really studying hard, and we're gonna really.
Yeah, man. I'm glad the brothers even chopped the conversation the other day that you let us dive into this conversation, man. I'm at work right now, so it might be a little loud in the background. But I'm peace to Kyle and what's up, Anthony? I don't know who that other person is down in the bro. But hey, Kyle, so when you say they're going to age faster, right? Which I've heard that before with the time dilation and all that. Are you saying that the person actually travel into the future, and that the people in the past still exist? Like the past time frame is still going on that?
Now, I'm not saying so in that particular example of the twin paradox, they didn't necessarily travel into the future. I guess you could say that it depends on how you look at it, look at time travel.
Hold on one second, because it sound almost like the movie Interstellar when remember he traveled into the where he traveled at the speed of light or whatever, and then came back and his daughter was like 100 years old or some shit like that.
Yeah, I mean that's the premise, I guess you would say. I mean, I'm not gonna stick to the movie Interstellar, but because I ain't never seen it. But I'm saying like if you're using time dilation, like for instance, if you have two clocks, right, that are ticking at the same rate, if you move one of those clocks through space, it's gonna tick at a slower rate. This is why I mentioned the twin paradox, because that particular individual that will be on a spaceship or whatever we want to call it, that goes out into space and returns, their clock will tick slower because they're in motion at a high rate of speed. So the higher rate of speed, the slower their clock is going to tick. And that person will age at a slower rate. So when he returns, he will be, in his personal opinion, it will be, that's why I say it's relative. He will be in the future because people would have aged and things would have changed in the world, but he would not have aged at that same rate.
So I mean, yeah. So basically, you saying he time traveled to the future because that's how that sounds. You know what I'm saying?
Depending on perspective. I mean, I can show, like, if it's okay if I share a video.
Nope, I don't know how you might do it.
so say I can say like, yo, in the future I'm gonna say that, and I just pretty much time travel. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's the way you putting it. It's not. You know what I mean? It's just it's relative to how fast that guy was going.
I'm putting it how the physics put it, like I'm putting it how the professionals in that field put it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have two clocks that are ticking, if one of those clocks is set in motion, depending on the speed of motion, it determines how slow that clock is going to tick if you're using sound or using light as your means of measurement. And those things are known facts in the scientific community. And I'm not trying to dispute what you're saying. I'm just saying these are the particular facts. And based on those facts, it leads us to a paradox. If an individual goes into space, blah, 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 that whole little spiel, and he returns, he's going to be younger because he's going to have less time that has evolved since he left than his twin brother.
Okay, so say like what you're saying happens, right? He does that. He winds up, his kids are older than him at this point, right? Are you saying that, so at that point, the past is still going on?
The past is always going to be behind you. I'm confused about the question.
No, I just remember you saying at one point that everything, like the past and the future, are all happening at the same time. Like, so if we was in the year 2300, it's going on right now. We can go and reach that. Like, we can time travel to that.
Oh yeah, that's the principle of the WOW slice. WOWSLICE slice.
Right, but I don't think that WOW slice is saying that we can actually go there and things are actually
that's not saying that
happening.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like the future hasn't happened yet. If you get what I'm saying, like I haven't died yet. You feel me?
I think Anthony explained the WOW slice though.
Say it again.
Anthony explained why. Hey, Anthony, the example you gave about the race cars going around a mile track, they go on the same distance, yo, but one gets there quicker. Is that the explanation you was giving, Anthony?
Yeah, I don't know if that's the WOW slice, but that's what's used when it comes down to special relativity.
Oh, okay.
That's one of the main things they use. And we know that the farther away you get from a certain inertial reference frame, then the time is gonna be different. See, when you get on that spaceship, Kyle, you're determining that the Earth is your inertial reference frame. Well, what about the inertial reference frame of the pilot on the ship? His is gonna be different, but he still ain't broke the laws.
That's my whole point. I agree with you 100%. 100%. The time, the reference point for that time would be based on the 3+1 model. You see what I'm saying?
So that it's not gonna be going in the past and going into the future. You just experiencing time different, which is the same thing that I said when you're dealing with the race car.
Yes,
they're experiencing that time and that distance. They're experiencing it different, but it's still the same time. It's still the same distance. The distance doesn't change.
Right, they're still in the same linear time frame.
Yeah, so they're not going back into the past or into the future. They're just experiencing that time at a different rate. That's it.
Yeah,
And that's all due to the speed.
And I misspoke. It's called announced light, not the wild slice. My apologies for that.
Yeah, that's a new one. I mean, I'm not sure about that one, but like I said, what I was explaining comes from special relativity.
So
they're talking about two different things.
You gotta ask them.
Yeah, we
Do
were
what
talking
now?
about. We was talking about when we was talking about the race cars and the twin paradox. That's more of time dilation, but the wild slice is based on the announced slice. I don't know why I keep saying wild slice, but that's based off Kent's question about looking into the future and looking back. These are two separate principles.
Yeah, but it's like when Anthony said you're only going to be relative to the time that the other person is. So it's not like you're traveling to a whole nother future like timeline. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how on the movie on the Marvel shit when they going into what is it the multiverse, and how they saying, oh, okay, on this timeline this nigga died, on that timeline he become the hero. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's different timelines. You're still on the same timeline, but you just experiencing time different, like what Anthony said.
Yeah, that's all it is. You just experiencing that distance that you covered. You're experiencing it at a different rate, at a different time rate. But the laws of physics still stand.
Yeah, because
So
we all saying that. I'm not sure if we're listening, but we all saying the same thing. Like, I'm saying that if you measure time based on your motion, the time is different for the thing that's moving. You just said that same thing. Like, I'm not sure why y'all giving me pushback for saying the same thing y'all saying.
Well, no, I ain't giving you no pushback, dog. I'm just saying, I'm speaking on special relativity. I mean, I ain't fighting nobody. I'm just telling you my understanding of special relativity. That's it. You know,
Okay, well, correct me if I'm wrong, right? Because I could be wrong. I thought you were saying the other day or a week ago, or whatever, that the year 2300 is happening right now, while the year 2023 is happening, and so is the year 1906. Like, it's all still happening right now. We could travel to those time frames and see what's going on in those time frames. Is that not what you're saying?
Well, yeah, so based on the now slice, that would be correct, but I'm not saying that we have the ability to travel there. That's what I'm saying.
But you are saying that it's actually still happening right now, though. Right? See, that's why I have an issue with what you're saying right there. If that's what you're saying.
See, now we see now the rubber has met the road. Now we're clearing it up now. Is it still happening, or it's not happening? It is happening. It's not happening. It's still happening.
It's based on the observer. That's what I'm saying. So for us, it's not still happening, but for an observer, like the same thing with the James Webb Telescope. If an observer,
okay.
You see what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah, Anthony kind of explained that though. He's saying, but when you get back there, I'm glad now I'm clear.
So I think I see.
Anthony, your example was, although James Webb is like a time machine because we seeing that light, right? But you said if we was to actually go back to the source of that light, it would be different. It would have changed. Is that not right, Anthony?
Yes, so that's correct.
Yeah, that light is actually traveling to get to your retinas. By the time it reaches your retinas, that star is not like, so we look at the star, it could be 1 million years in the past is what we're looking at, because that's how long it took the light to get to our retinas. But that star is no longer there. Just because it got to our retinas 1 million years later doesn't mean that star is still there, or that we can travel.
It's still happening.
Yeah, if we go to that location where that light came from, that star wouldn't even be there no more. It'd be somewhere else by this time.
Went to that location where they was enslaving Africans, they wouldn't be there no more.
Yeah. So say like if we was on a star or a planet millions of miles, millions of light years away from the Earth, right? And we was able to see the light coming from Earth, we would be able to see the light coming from Earth around the time that the dinosaurs was going on. But the dinosaurs would be long gone. You know what I'm saying? We just seeing the information that the light is giving us from that time period. But that's not still going on though. That's not still happening.
See, that's why we can still see. That's why James Webb is so effective, because the light that it is catching has been traveling for so long. I'm talking about since billions of years across the vastness of space. Now it's still moving at light speed, but it is stretched into the infrared. So you won't be able to detect that with Hubble. You need a infrared instrument to still be able to detect that light. Even though those galaxies that they talking about, people going around talking about James Webb and disprove the Big Bang, no. It's what James Webb is doing is it's able to catch that first light from those first galaxies because they are so far away. Now, if we were able to travel at the speed of light, guess how long it'll take us to get from Earth to those galaxies that James Webb is seeing? It'll take us 13 billion years to get there. Now, do
That's
you think
traveling at
that
the
shit
speed of
gonna be
light,
there
right?
when you get there? Yeah, that's traveling at the speed of light, which we know we can't do. But theoretically, if we were to go back to them galaxies, get us a spaceship, and go to them galaxies that and take them pictures with us from James Webb, we're gonna be lost as a motherfucker because we're not gonna be able to find the shit on the picture. It ain't gonna be there.
Let me shout out the Rivers, man. Appreciate the cash app. Willie B, man. Appreciate that cash app, man. Man, they serious about hearing a good high level conversation, man. And y'all can hear the discourse, man. They serious about that in the mornings, man. Real quick, right? I think this is a great conversation for us, man. Today at 6, we're gonna have Aaron Raw on, man. All y'all familiar with YouTube? He's coming on, man, and we're gonna talk about some of these things, his opinions. We're gonna talk about Charles Darwin. What does he think Charles Darwin is? Yeah, so it's a lot of information going to be unpacked in this interview, man. We want to have these different types of interviews to break up the monotony. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's important for our community. Now, this is my issue right here. We got Niggas on here. He says China did create an artificial sun with 27 million degrees Fahrenheit at its core, right? And he was basically trying to be funny. He was like, "You saying they can't do it?" But in actuality, I've been stuck. We talked about fission and fusion, right? So actually, what China actually did was they successfully produced a fusion, meaning that's what suns do. It's really clean energy. So the really program is really trying to put together clean energy. Now, fission, right? That's dirty energy, meaning it leaves a lot of byproducts. So when you see those thermonuclear plants in Alabama and different places, right? They're creating energy that has a lot of byproduct to it that you just can't get rid of, right? So fusion, we're talking about the atoms fusing together. That's the sun, which is clean energy. And fission, which splits the atom, like the nuclear bombs and stuff, they split in atoms. They do have fusion bombs, right? But the reason China was actually doing it is because it was hard to actually put together that thing, meaning to be able to produce energy the same way the sun does. So you can eliminate fossil fuel and all that stuff, right? If you can get this apparatus to work at a certain level where you could just fuel everything. So that's why this experiment is important. And the sun word don't mean they actually made a damn sun. They actually made the daggone they did the mechanism that the sun actually uses. So a pseudo can remember that they making suns now. See how they do that? That's irresponsible. We need to knock it off, man. And a good source for that would be Smithsonian Magazine. China's artificial sun just broke the record for the longest sustained nuclear fusion. That's what they're trying to sustain it. How long can we, we can only do it for a couple hours. That's not going to be enough to light cities and all that, and potentially, air conditions and all that. It's on the screen right here. Yo, get this source right here. I'm going to give it to y'all. All right, read it. Right, this is the machine right here that they used. All right, and yeah, it's basically for trying to get clean energy. We always fighting as human beings, and this is to help humanity. And this is why science is important. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell religion actually brought to the world, right? But I can tell you where science is and how science. I think the fundamental difference for me between science and religion is science is fit to help humanity, and religion is fit to try to empower your particular clan with some type of ancestral knowledge and wisdom. But it's not for humanity. It's for individual clans and tribes and individuals. So I just wanted to put that out there. And I'm going to drop this in the chat for y'all, man. All right. Put that in there for you. Read that so we can get a good take on what that really was about. And we don't want another misstep and make crazy statements like that and don't understand what it is. All right. So that's what it is, man. Yo, we at that mark, man. Any closing remarks for the brothers, man? I appreciate the conversation, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got the hater. Let me always like to put up at least one hater. Yeah, there you go. You're a hater. Yeah, there you go. That's a hater. That's what Say Cool gonna do that. Hey, so look, man, Say Cool he gonna do the whole debate, gonna tell me what I'm saying, what I'm not saying, what do you think I'm saying. Man, get into this conversation, man. It's live, man. This is going down next month. We want to get the promotion going. And yeah, so for me, it's not going to be like African Americans, Black Americans versus the Dalai Lama. No, I'm playing. It's not going to actually be that. We need to be in reality. And so if I'm bringing my people a tool that's going to help them maneuver in the world, do I go back to the Stone Age and give them Stone Age religion? Because the religion in Africa is Stone Age. It was forged in the Stone Age. Absolutely. A lot of it. And it's whittling down. There's a reason why it's whittling down. Right? There's a reason why it is transformed. There's a reason why. So to remotely suggest that we should go back to something that has never existed, there has never been anything remotely close to some African spirituality that all Africans on the continent has ever practiced. That's bananas. Right? So we're going to listen to the preacher preach, because he's going to be a preacher in there. And we're just going to smack them all the way down. Anyway, shout out to all my haters, man. Any closing remarks, Kyle? I'm going down the line. I'm going to go Kyle. Make this short. I'm going to cut y'all asses off. Y'all get to going too long. Start talking about Newtonian physics. We ain't doing it on the morning show. What's up, Mr. Kyle? What you want to close out with, bro? I thought this was a healthy conversation. And
I appreciate you for allowing me to come onto your platform once again. Much love to you, brother. Peace, Kent, and peace to you. I think Robert, that's the name. I'm sure I messed your name up, but peace to all y'all.
Peace.
I just got one question for y'all, man. Are we gonna be space age Africans, or are we gonna be 2023 Africans? Y'all gotta make y'all mind up.
All right, sound like a shot to me.
Shots fired, man.
That's a big cannon, huh? You brought out a big cannon.
Dude, y'all niggas ain't living in the theoretical world. You ain't yet. Nah, go ahead. I'm gonna stop. Okay.
What up? Yeah, man. Hey, appreciate having me on, man. Appreciate all the brothers on the panel, Kyle, man. Appreciate you too, bro. Yeah, man, we're gonna be space age Africans. We just not gonna goddamn make claims without evidence. we ain't gonna go past the stop signs until it's time to go. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, peace to everybody, man. Catch us on the
So you got to say to that? You gonna let them slide out the door with that? Like that, cat?
Man, it's a morning show, man. It's a family show, man. Come on, man. It's all love.
The art of conversation. How do you bang back without banging back? How do you put the word? With phrases, blip, blip, blip. Kyle, what are you talking about? It was just a question, man. Anthony Bowman, space age African himself, man. What's up?
Oh man, I just enjoyed the conversation. I appreciate you,
Hell with that, man. Deal with that, man. That man just say what y'all gonna be 2023 or something.
Hey,
no, I'm playing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I didn't already dealt with it, dog. I went to the source, special relativity itself. So, I mean, I'm look, y'all peek this. It's enough going on in astronomy. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of questions that need to be answered. Well, we don't have to go around and just make stuff up, or if that's how you feel, just say that. This is my opinion. And ain't nobody gonna be mad at you. But there are parameters, even in the theoretical realm, there are parameters that have to be kept, dog. If can't run past them stop signs, you know, just because it sounds good or it makes me feel better or I think this gonna make me relevant. No, science don't care. It is what it is. So that's where I stand. That's where I'm gonna stand. And like I say, appreciate everybody. Appreciate you too, Kanye.
Hey man, y'all know what it is, man. Make sure y'all hit that link right there, man. Go ahead and get your tickets early, man. It's gonna be a good conversation, man. I know for sure I love Africa, but I love my community and my family and myself first. There's an order to business in the cosmos. Nature don't allow you to get to a point without developing steps. We can't actually help Africa until we help ourselves. I'm not suggesting anybody is saying that, but it's been an overemphasizing in this community to help another spot before helping your damn self first. That makes no sense. You can't help another man from his sickness if you sick. You can't feed another man until you're able to learn how to feed yourself so you can share what you got to feed. We need to focus on where we at and work towards where we at, and we can chew gum and walk at the same time. Understand these points are very, very clear. I appreciate everything that's going down, man. I appreciate the Caps app, man. Y'all know the rule around here, man. Hit the damn Cash App going out the door, man, if y'all want this morning show to keep rocking, man. Y'all been supporting thus far, man. We appreciate that, man. Man, go ahead and get yourself your second cup of coffee or your first cup of coffee, man. Everybody is in this building, man. I appreciate it. The stars actually came out tonight. Don't forget, man, we have an Earn Raw on, man. And I hope you purchase this book. For all y'all to keep talking to monkeys this and monkeys that, this is a very, very simple book, well illustrated for y'all to understand what's going on. Very, 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 very clear book, right? I suggest everybody get this, sit down with your family and read it to your family. Couple pages in it is about maybe, this is definitely for me. This is a great book, man. It's about, damn. I'm saying he got about 30 pages in here, maybe, man. You know what I'm saying? And great work, man. Very clear, concise. You ain't going to read this book and walk away talking about, oh, I don't know. You're not going to do it. Clear understanding on what the brother was talking about in that work, man. So, hey, man, you know, it's the morning show. Yo, we'll be back tomorrow, man. Got 183 in the building, man. We appreciate people coming through. Like I said, hit that Cash App going out the door, man. Support yourself first. Support yourself, man, right? Get yourself together, and then you can support your family, man. Man, these things are very, very clear, man. You got to take care of yourself, get yourself right. Right? And then get yourself right, yo. You can get the family right, yo. If you're a piece of trash, then everything you do is going to be trashy. Right? Focus on being a better human being every day. Focus on being honest to yourself. Y'all know that's how I got out that situation. Baltimore, Maryland, man, being strung out, is that I stopped lying to myself. Man, the black community, yo, for a long time, we've been lying to ourselves. Man, you can't lie to yourself because everywhere you go, there you are, man. We can be honest with ourselves, man. We're not superheroes because of the color of our skin. We're definitely marginalized. But we can move past this. We can be better today than we was last week. We can be better in the future if we start planning for the future. We can exercise our right to be educated on high level. Scientific literacy is what we do around here, man. Shout out to Dr. Oyal Mayat, Conscious Ingenuity. The program is in effect. Be looking out for that science program we got going down the pipe, man. It's going down in Atlanta, right? Make sure y'all be ready to support that. It's going to be well put together, well organized. Me and Kent going to put on a program, paid program. The scientific program is going to be free, right? But the paid program, you know what I'm saying, is going to be something y'all can pay for to get into. So I appreciate everybody, man. You know it's Bobby Banger, man, and y'all know what it is, man. What I want to end this thing with, man, in the morning time, man, I'm going to sit back and get my coffee, man, right? Sit back, get my coffee. How I want to end this. Shout out to Sarnetta, man, the House of Conscious Black News 102, man. Man, sponsored by Black News 102, the Bobby Banger Show. Y'all know what it is, man. Appreciate Sarnetta, man, for doing this thing, man, and giving people voices that I would never give a voice to. But we ain't all the same, man, and some people like what they like, right? Some people care about what they care about, man, but we ain't going to be crabs in the barrel dragging each other down. We're going to respect life and death because that's what we do as Black Americans, African Americans, man. We honor our ancestors in America and abroad, man. This is what we're doing around here, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Shout out to the community of skeptics, man. We're skeptical to everything that humans tell us. Big up to the non-believers, man. You know what it is, man. Big up to all the real Black atheists, man. We in the game. Man, we keeping this thing functional and balanced, man. Appreciate all them caps, zaps, man. Appreciate the support. Tapping in.
I know my flow like Angozi. Source up and show me, homie. You shut up and mute up a moment. The mad scientist, I'm knowing all the components. We own it, and we gon' off it if it's pseudo. You do know we don't entertain that keyboard judo. That big Bobby Banger out of Baltimore. Done it all, shop before. Sold a little something, but I taught you more than your average teacher. I had to reach it at your level to bring you up. No devil can ever beat you. With precision of a magi, the information supplied by some guys get debunked online. CK and Juju, I chill in the cut. But if you boys wanna fade, then I'm chefing you up. I organized lie, the beats of disorganized truth every time. Kudos, who those niggas? Decorated pseudo killers. Space age Africans, back again. An organized lie, the beats of disorganized truth every time. Kudos, who those niggas? Decorated pseudo killers. Space age Africans, tapping in. I always been fly, that's an actual omen. You can catch me in the sky, ask Anthony Bowman. He see me with his telescope, I was actually floating off some good kush. The Sabio is actually growing. See, Gullah Gullah and Kent is where the money gets spent. Them boys got some books that cost as much as you rent. The second verse should be smashed Rockwell, but I rock well. Underground like Sumerian Rockwells. In the ring like I'm the rock whale. Hell, create a different wave that can rock whales. Hell, shit swell like lunar tides. My entendres off Gandra to who describe. Euthanize foolish guys. Scholastically, haphazardly. Turn your camera on and look me in my eyes. And please do subscribe. 8 to 80, blind, cripple, or crazy. You in for a new surprise. It's DQ, a organized lie. The beats of disorganized truth every time. Kudos, who those niggas? Decorated pseudo killers. Space age Africans, back again. An organized lie. The beats of disorganized truth every time. Kudos, who those niggas? Decorated pseudo killers. Space age Africans, tapping in.
The barrier becomes the way. That which is in your way becomes the energy to push you forward. And we out.